Hello, hello, everybody. I hope, let me rearrange this. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to what we are now calling. If you are in the Facebook group, the Interior Designers Business Launchpad, you're going to recognize or you're not going to recognize my background. And you also might not recognize this cooking up success. It's hard to do it backwards. So if you are here live, um, please say hello in the comments in Facebook. If you're wondering what the heck is going on, I'm going to be taking this content and repurposing it into the YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you're wondering what's going on, I go live once a week in my Facebook page, the Interior Designers Business Launchpad, which is a great group of supportive individuals. So if you are on the YouTube watching this, go check out Facebook. If you're currently on Facebook wondering what's going on, that's what's going on. So we're here in my kitchen cooking up success. Doesn't that make sense? I think so. So hello, everybody. Hi, Hallie. Hey, Herbert. Good to see you again. Marlo. Yes, I wasn't sure if it's Marlo or Marla. I've got my contacts in today. So here we are in my kitchen cooking up success. And I just want to point something out. I just got my kitchen redone. Okay. Freaking love it. It's amazing. But I go to turn on these lights and my under cabinet lights are not working on my uppers. So I think it's always interesting as interior designers to come up against these little struggles so we can empathize with our clients probably a little bit better. So anyway, we are cooking up success and we are talking today about how to increase your margins. Hello, Facebook user. I see you. Hello. Talk to your designer about that. It's not my designer. It's a damn contractor. They're hard to find these days. So if you are here in the Facebook, hop up to the little duck above my head and grant StreamYard access to your profile. So I can say hello to you directly because somebody said hello at 12:01 p.m. today. Hello, Michelle Lynn Pant, and I don't know who you are. The good thing is that StreamYard does not hijack your Facebook or anything like that. I've never seen them stalking me outside of that because I'm the person who doesn't want to give access, but that's the case. Okay. I don't think I have any housekeeping things. Let's talk a little bit about how to increase your margins. So as a business owner, it's not as much about markup as it is about margins. Thank you, Hallie, for dropping StreamYard link into the comments. So say hello. Also, you know what? If you're here live, drop in the notes how long you've been in business. Please, I'd love to know a little bit more about you guys. How long have you been in business? Okay, so that we can also kind of tailor some of our content for you. Okay, so if you're in business, we're talking about margins. Margins are different than markup, okay? We're not going to go into a lot of detail about how to calculate them, but margins is going to be basically the difference between, let's just talk about profit margins. We're just going to talk about profit margins. So as a business owner, you want to maximize your profit margins, okay? As much as you possibly can. That means that if you're buying something for this amount, that you're selling it for this amount, okay? If you are working on an hourly basis, let's talk about that. So we've got people in business for 2 years, 4 months, 2 years this month, yay, 2.5 years, 2 months. Okay, good. 5 years, loving all of, oh, well, thank you, Melanie. Thank you. 12 years, rock on, Elizabeth LaJoy, appreciate that. Okay. The places that you can maximize your margins are a couple places. Let's first talk about design fees. Okay, design fees. If you're charging an hourly rate, you need to, it's really hard to maximize your margin when you're working hourly. And here's why. Because if you are charging, let's just say $100 an hour, okay, which is very low. So even those of you who've been in business for 2 months, that's very low, okay? But we're going to say $100 because it's easy math. If you are charging $100 an hour, okay, what happens when you get faster and better at your job? So a job that might have paid you 10 hours, $1,000, you can now get done in 5 hours and you're only making $500. Okay. So then you think, well, that's okay, because then I can fit more projects in. More projects does not necessarily mean a higher margin. It just means more moving parts. Okay. So you raise your rates. It's time for me to raise my rates. You're still working faster as you're getting better. You can increase your margins by creating a flat fee, okay? A value-based fee. So you charge $1,000 for this project, okay, which really, really low, really, really low. I'm just using this for an easy round calculation. $1,000 to design that room. Let's say you've gotten so fast that you can get it done in 3 hours. Then that $700 difference is now your margin. Okay. So hourly rates, very difficult to increase your margins unless you overhaul your hourly to a flat fee or a value-based fee. It's been a game changer for my interior design firm. So for those of you who don't know, I'm not just a talking head here on the Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, wherever. I own and operate an interior design business that is very successful in Dallas, Texas. It's called ML Interiors Group. So if you're wondering if I'm talking the talk and walking the walk, I am. So it has been a game changer for my team. So, oh girl, we got a 21 years and then 3 years COVID, baby. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Hallie, for the comments here. Okay. So where else can you increase your margin? The most applicable is going to be in the furniture that you sell. Okay. Let me just tell you right now, excuse me. Oh, I was getting a dry, scratchy throat. Do not give your discounts. Okay. We don't even call them discounts. Do not give your clients the perks that you get from your vendors for being in the trade. Okay. If you are passing that perk along, cut it out. Okay. You don't go to, oh, that's nice. You don't go to a restaurant and expect for them to pass along the cost of the steak to you. They mark it up. Okay. They get a margin from it. It's a profit. This is a profit centered business. Okay. You're not, if you're doing charitable work, then pass that along. Okay. But if you're in business, then be a business person. Okay. If you are having clients attracted to you that are asking, well, do you pass along any of your discount? Tell them you don't get a discount. Okay. You buy furniture at wholesale and then you turn around and resell it. It's a business model. It's not a discount. Okay. A discount is if you have the certain price and then you discount it, but it doesn't matter what you paid for it. Okay. So first of all, that's if you're buying from the trade. So first thing is make sure you're buying your furniture from the trade. It is not retail. Okay. You go to Pottery Barn, you get what, 20% off? That's nothing. Okay. You have to do a lot of work and sell a lot of furniture at a 20%. That's a markup. That's not even a margin. Okay. There's a difference. Okay, good. Aloma, if you're giving I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad you're here today. If you're giving your margins to the client, just stop. But, and for those of you who have been through my Rolling in the Dough workshop, we talk about this, but I'm just going to tell you, we have another Rolling in the Dough coming up in November, I believe. November 2023, 2022. Where are we? We're 2022. But what we talk about, and I'm not going to cover much of it today, but tell the clients where you make your money. Okay. Tell the clients, here's how I charge. Here's what I do. Okay. I have a flat fee. Here's my design fee. Okay. This is what it's going to be. And then I also, then another expense that you're going to incur is the November 7th. Awesome. Thank you, Hallie. And then there's going to be purchases is going to be another expense for you. And just so you know, Mr. and Ms. Client, the way I make my money, the way I make my profit or my revenue streams in my business, however you want to phrase it, okay, is my design fee as well as the margin on the purchases. Okay. Now, most clients don't even ask what that is. I try to sell it to them at or below retail. Now, below retail could be $50 less than retail. When you start leveling up, and here's a plug for the Interior Design Business Bakery. When you start leveling up and you know who you are, what you stand for, who your clients are, who your ideal client profile is, then the individuals that are going to come to you are not expecting that. Okay. They are not expecting it. We are a luxury service. We have to attract luxury clients. Okay. And we cannot do that by giving away our margins to our clients. Ideal clients, they don't go to the dentist and say, oh, you charge me $50 for the filling. How much did you pay for that? Okay. We are business people, y'all. We are business people. And like what Brittany says here, when one of us gives away our pricing, it hurts every designer because we aren't educating the clients in how we make money. Thank you, babe. You're absolutely right. Brittany has been to some of our workshops. Okay. So when you buy a sofa, okay, you're buying it from the vendor, okay, then you're marking it up, and that's where you're making your money. I love new construction. Okay, love new construction. It's fun, it's challenging, it's all the things. There's not nearly as much money in new construction if you're not also furnishing the home. Okay, and so when you run your numbers and you take a look and you're like, oh, well, I made $5,000 in design fees because it took me that long. You should also be able to say, well, even though I made $5,000 in my design fee, I made 15,000, and I'm just making these numbers up. Don't go find out what the ratio is. I made $15,000 in specifying the furniture. Okay, because of that margin. So that's how you increase your margins. Part of it is just educating the client and letting them know, hey, this is how I make my money. Okay. If they don't like that, then they can go somewhere else. They can go to Pottery Barn and just get the designer over there. Maybe they can even apply for a trade account. It's up to them. Another thing that you can do is outsource your procurement. Okay. If you guys are doing the procurement and the ordering and stuff like that, keep in mind, you need to stay in your zone of genius. And your zone of genius is interior design. Okay. Design, don't procure, outsource that shit. Okay. Outsource that and then mark it up. So if you're outsourcing it and you're paying somebody $25 an hour, $50 an hour, whatever, charge the client $100 an hour. Okay. There's different ways that you can calculate these things. I teach those in my paid program, but this, y'all, this gives you enough to be dangerous. This gives you enough to go and stop charging margins and then come join my paid program. Okay. And then you'll make a bucket of money and you'll also know, and you'll be comfortable. So I want to kind of wrap this up by saying that oftentimes the reason why we give our money away is because we're generally people pleasers. Guilty. I get it. I got tired of working so darned hard and not bringing home a lot of money to show for all of that hard work. Okay. It's important that you're running a business, and the people pleasing aspect that is in all of us, sometimes higher, sometimes lower. It just depends on how you wake up feeling that morning. Sometimes you're a business. Remember that you're a business, and remember that your clients, if they are expecting you to pass along anything, they are not your clients. They are simply looking for the discount. They're not looking for you and your solutions. Okay. It's okay to say, no, I don't pass on any of it. That's part of how I make my money, and let them walk away. Let them walk away. Okay. Because you have to stop making room for good in order to save room for great. Okay. And it's scary and it's frightening. But once you start putting those boundaries up, you're going to be shocked at how much easier it is to maintain those boundaries going forward. The first couple times scares the bejesus out of you. Okay. We've got some comments here. The retailers you have business accounts with are only offering 10 to 25% off. Yes. It's barely for the coupons they give to the public. Am I going to the wrong places? Yes. Facebook user, I wish I could see your name. I hope you can see this. I hope you can hear me on this. Don't go to retailers. Go open up your trade accounts. Go to uttermost.com and open a trade account. Go to gabby.com, open up a trade account. Like anything that you see, like open up a shelter magazine, find something that you like, go to their website. It says to the trade, open an account. Find out what your what your pricing is. Okay, it's different for everybody sometimes. Well, every vendor is different. We can do a whole training on that, but just go buy to the trade. You have to have a resale certificate and a business. Yeah, because you're right. Like Bassett, they'll have a sale coming up here for Black Friday that's even cheaper than what I can oftentimes get. Okay, so if you have that competition, of course your client's going to look for the best price. Who doesn't? I don't want to pay extra for something that I can get on my own. Okay, what about a markup on kitchen cabinets? Okay, you're right. So another Facebook user, you can rep a line of cabinetry. I haven't done that yet. I'd like to, but generally we just have it built. That goes back to furniture. That goes back to why you want to sell furniture. Now, if you can find a cabinet company to rep, rock on. But at the same time, it depends on how many kitchens and baths you do. So if that's your niche, then I would definitely look into that. But if it's not, then just find a contractor who can do it for you and continue focusing on the furniture. More comments. Here we go. Not purchasing, procurement. Yes. The dev agency. Yes, correct. Outsourcing purchasing. Who would that be? The employer or company? So outsourcing purchasing. Who would that be? The employer or the company? So basically, so you could do a couple things. You could hire an administrative assistant who's incredibly detailed, and he or she could do it internally. Okay. Or you can outsource it. Like Hallie said, I use the dev agency. They do my procurement. But there's other companies that can do that. You just need somebody who's tenacious and detail oriented, but you shouldn't be doing it. Outsource it outside of you. Okay. The perfectionist, you go over and beyond and not charge for it. Yep, Marla, you are learning early, babe. Put up those boundaries. And let me just also tell you, perfectionism is perfection is perception. What you think is perfect might not be perfect for the client. And I'll tell you this funny story. So I have 2 senior designers who've been with me for 9 years and 7 years. And what I've shared with them is don't go spend 17 hours looking for the perfect lamp or whatever, because 99% of the time, that's the one thing the client is going to change. Okay. So pretty damned good is probably pretty perfect for the client. But if you are going above and beyond and not accounting for it, it's not perfectionism. And I'm not calling you out on this, babe, because I've done it myself. It's not perfectionism. It is a lack of boundaries. Okay. Raise your standard and don't call yourself a perfectionist. How about pretty damned good? I'll take that any day of the week. Okay. Real talk. Okay, y'all. Real talk. And for those of you who are new around here, I love Jesus, but I swear a little bit. Okay. So if you're listening with the kids, don't drop any. I think I've dropped an F-bomb once in the past couple of years, but I really try not to. Let's see. You compete with your clients when dealing. Okay, so Facebook user, I feel like I have to compete with my clients when dealing with retailers because they sometimes offer discounts to businesses, commercial design projects. Yeah, don't go to retailers. Y'all, let me just tell you, if you don't go to retailers, that eliminates a lot of hassle, a lot of back and forth with your client, a lot of back and forth with your client. Manufacturer requires a large opening order. So some of them do, but I will tell you I started this business in 2008. And I really pivoted and started practicing what I preach and designing and going to trade vendors since 2013. So I'm just figuring this out. It's not as hard as it used to be. A lot of them have much lower opening orders, but here's the deal. If they have a high opening order, go to the next vendor, move on. A lot of furniture looks the same from line to line. Okay. You can find something, post it here if you're here at Facebook, okay, post it in the Interior Designers Business Launchpad. Ask, hey, I want this, but I need something lower that's similar. See what we can find. And then here's the deal. Once you start increasing your margins and once you get clients that are higher level and are willing to pay those margins, you're going to be able to afford those next level vendors. Okay. Or maybe you'll start shopping for 3 clients at that one vendor so that you can get that opening order. It's the first couple steps are the hardest. Okay. There we go. Okay. Facebook user. Thank you. Wallcraft Cabinetry works with designers who can open dealer accounts. That's awesome. Ask for Aaron who can get you set up. They offer 11 lines of cabinets. Well, holy crap, I'm going to come back and take a look at that too. Marlo, you're absolutely welcome. It's okay. I'm a cursing Christian too. Thank you. Okay, Liz says visual comfort, for example, some local vendors still rep them, so go to your local vendor. Yes, that's a great example. So, and especially with lighting. Okay, so lighting, I will tell you. So here I'm in Dallas, and I need to wrap this up. We're going over time. For those of you who are new around here, usually I'm on for about 12 to 15 minutes. Sometimes I just get really excited and talk a little bit longer. And just a reminder for those of you who are here on Facebook, if you've been around, my background's a little bit different. We have changed this to, where are we? Cooking Up Success. Okay, live once a week, Wednesdays at 12 noon Central Standard Time. Circa has local reps. They're taking over for visual comfort. Yes. So also, the lighting industry has not been very friendly to interior designers. They are now opening a little bit more to direct sales and not just having to go through the showrooms, and also providing a better price point, because oftentimes you can get better pricing at Lights Fantastic Pro, which is also retail, compared to what you can get from the lighting. So don't base furniture strictly on your experience with lighting. Okay. But I will say, in my opinion, in the next 3 to 5 years, they're going to be begging designers to be buying from them. So stay true. Yes. Visual comfort sells. Yes. And in fact, I have a call with Circa Lighting on Friday, the rep to buy direct. So this is really happening. So yes, Facebook user, this is my new kitchen, but let me just point out, because I'm really pissed off right now, my upper lighting. This morning I came in here to turn it on. It should be just like this. It's not turning on. So I started my morning with that. Oh, hey, Katie Rainey, good to see you. Hi. Give StreamYard access to your profile, and I'll know it's you in the future. So y'all, with that, hi, it's good to see you guys. Thank you so much for being here. For those of you who are new around here, I'd love to know how you found out about us. For those of you who are wondering what the heck is going on, I am taking this content. I'm also repurposing it into the YouTube. Okay, so now if you're on YouTube and you want to catch things live and have a badass community of people who support you, come on over to the Interior Designers Facebook group. It's called the Interior Designers Business Launchpad. Because y'all, I practice what I preach, and this is what you call efficiently lazy. Okay, and that just means being strategic with the time that you are spending on and in your business and maximizing it. Okay, found you through Facebook and so forth. Thank you. And thank you, Liz, for being here. Thank you all for being here. Excuse me. I will see you again next week. I can't remember what I'm talking about. No, next week I'm at the summit. I need to figure out if we are going live. But last thing is, if you're in Dallas, we still have a few seats left at the Interior Design Business Success Summit. That starts on Wednesday, October 12th. You can find tickets at designedforthecreativemind.com. It says summit. We do this every year. It's held at Dallas Market Center. There's no hotel rooms left available, but if you guys want to squeak in, we are selling tickets through Thursday or Friday, and then it starts on Wednesday. So I'd love to see you. Okay. If not this year, then next year. And we've got all sorts of other fun things coming up down the pipeline. So I should do a 10-minute. Hey, Rhea. Last year I did do a 10-minute live from the summit. I had technical difficulties, so I need to figure that out on Monday. So thanks for being here. And Rhea, I can't wait to meet you. That's going to be so much fun. I will see all of y'all probably next week. Bye.